Hello students, myself is Puneet from Prakirpa classes. Our today's topic is mastering the art of speech writing, crafting powerful and memorable speeches. The overall aim of this course on speech writing is to help students write effective speech, boost their confidence in public speaking, and prepare them to deliver effective and impactful speeches in a variety of settings. After going through this course, the students will understand that speech writing is an important skill that involves creating a message for delivery to a live audience. One should be clear in his mind about the purpose of speech. Is a speech meant to inform, persuade, or entertain an audience? Students will learn that before writing a speech, it is essential to know the audience for whom the speech is intended. This includes their demographics, interests, and expectations. The student should also keep in mind the occasion of speech before writing a speech. A well-structured speech has a clear introduction, body, and conclusion. Students will learn how to conduct research and organize their thoughts and ideas in a logical and coherent manner. Students will also learn how they can capture the attention of the audience during speech, how to use language that memorable, persuasive, and appropriate for the audience, how to use different voice tones and body language to engage and persuade the audience. The students will understand that they should use stories, anecdotes, and examples to emphasize key points. Students will learn how to practice delivering speech. The students will also understand that they can receive feedback from peers and instructors to improve their performance. After going through this course, the students will realize that the content of the speech should be relevant, credible, and engaging. Now, we will understand the meaning of speech writing. What are the various types of speeches? We will also understand the steps involved in speech writing process. First of all, we will discuss speech writing. Speech writing is an important skill for you whether you are a student or a professional. Speech writing is the art of writing a message for an audience that can attract, hold the interest and attention of audience and influence them. Writing a speech is different from writing any other piece of written communication because you write to be heard and not to be read. Now, we will understand the various types of speeches. Number 1, informative speech. The purpose of informative speech is to inform the audience on a particular topic or subject. For example, speech about the benefits of meditation falls in the category of informative speech. Number 2, persuasive speech. This type of speech is delivered to persuade the audience to take a certain action or believe a certain point of view. For example, if we give a speech on the importance of recycling, it is a persuasive speech. Third, entertaining speech. An entertaining speech is a type of speech that is designed to entertain the audience through humor, storytelling, funny remarks, etc. This type of speech may be delivered in a party or a wedding. Fourth, inspirational speech. The purpose of inspiration speech is to inspire the audience to achieve a certain goal or overcome a challenge. This type of speech can be given in public meetings, corporate events, etc. Fifth, commemorative speech. Commemorative speech means memorial or celebrative speech. This type of speech is given to pay honor or tribute to a person, group, or event. Next, special occasion speech. This speech is delivered on a special occasion such as graduation or award ceremony or funeral ceremony or retirement party. Next, demonstrative speech. This type of speech is designed to demonstrate the audience how to do something. Demonstrative speech are commonly used in classrooms, workshops, training sessions, cooking shows, etc. Now the question before us is, what are the key elements of speech writing? Or what are the various steps involved in speech writing process? The key elements of speech writing or the steps involved in speech writing process are as under. Number 1, understanding the purpose of speech. Number 2, knowing your audience. Third, choosing a clear topic. Fourth, conducting research. Fifth, outlining your speech. Sixth, writing your speech. Seventh, rehearsing and delivering your speech. We will discuss in detail each of these steps one by one. Understanding the purpose of speech. Determining the purpose of speech is a crucial step in the speech writing process. We should be clear in our mind about the purpose of speech. The purpose of our speech will determine the content and structure of our message. Knowing the purpose of speech will help us in crafting our message to meet the needs and expectations of our audience. There are several purposes of a speech, such as number 1, to inform. An informative speech provides information to the audience on a specific topic or issue. It provides information to the audience that may not have been known to them before. For example, we may give a speech to inform the audience about the benefits of acupressure. Number 2, to persuade. A persuasive speech is used to convince the audience to take a specific action or to change their beliefs or attitudes about a particular issue. In this speech, we present arguments, evidence, and examples to support our position and sway the audience to our side. For example, we may persuade the audience through speech about the need to stop eating junk food. Next, to entertain. An entertaining speech is designed to entertain the audience by using humor, storytelling, or other forms of entertainment. The purpose is of an entertaining speech is to provide enjoyment and relaxation to the audience and create a memorable experience. For example, Do Schools Kill Creativity by Sir Ken Robinson is an example of an entertaining speech but with a thought-provoking message. Next, to inspire. An inspirational speech is designed to inspire and motivate the audience by sharing stories, experiences, or lessons that have a positive impact on their lives. The purpose is to encourage the audience to take action or pursue their dreams. An example of inspirational speech is speech on the topic positive thinking boosts your self-confidence. Next, special occasion speech. The purpose of a memorial speech is to remember and pay tribute to the person who has passed away and provide comfort to their ones. Other example is farewell speech, speech by the chief guest during a function, etc. It is important to determine the purpose of your speech before you begin writing speech. Knowing the purpose of your speech will help you make decisions about the tone, style, and language of your speech so that your speech is appropriate for your audience and occasion.
We are learning about speech writing process. So far, we have learned about the first step of speech writing process, that is understanding the purpose of speech writing. Now, the second step in speech writing process is knowing your audience. Knowing your audience is an important step in speech writing process. When you understand your audience, you can create a speech according to the needs and interests of the audience. So in this way, you can make the speech more relevant, engaging, and effective. We may have different type of people to address in different situations. That situations may be that the audience may be made up of peers and senior management. It is also possible that our audience is media. It is also possible that our audience is disgruntled clients. We must be in a position to handle each audience differently and in an effective manner. Now, how can you know your audience better? There are some points. First is gather information about your audience. Before you start writing your speech, you should gather information about your audience. What type of information? You should gather information about the demographics of the audience. That is the information related to their age, gender, educational level, occupation, income, cultural background, their interests, needs, and their concerns. This type of information about your audience will help you that you tailor your message according to the requirement of the audience. Second point to know your audience better is consider the occasion. That is, we must keep in mind that what will be the occasion on which this speech will be given. This type of consideration will help you to determine what kind of speech is appropriate for the occasion. For example, if you are to give speech on wedding, the speech will be different. If you are to give speech on a retirement party, the tone and language of the speech as well as the contents will be different. Now the third point is consider the expectations of your audience. Try to put yourself in your audience shoes and think about what your audience is likely to expect from your speech. If you put yourself into the shoes of your audience, you will understand what they want, and then you can design your speech according to that. By using the above information and with the use of examples, stories, images, and jokes, you can create a speech that is relevant, engaging, and more memorable. Now, choosing a clear topic is a crucial step in speech writing process. If we choose a clear topic, it will ensure that our speech is relevant to our audience and we will keep our audience engaged. Now, there are certain tips with the help of which we can choose a clear topic. First point is relevance. We should choose a topic that is relevant to your audience. We should select a topic that is of interest to our audience and which meets the needs of the audience or what type of information they want to know. Next tip is be specific. We should choose a specific topic rather than a general one. A specific topic will provide your audience with more detailed information. Next tip for choosing a clear topic is passion. We should choose a topic that we are passionate about. When we are enthusiastic about our topic, we will more likely put in more efforts to research and prepare our speech, and it will we will be in a position to make our speech more effective and engaging. Next point is keep it timely. Consider the current events and choose a topic that is timely and relevant to your audience. Now, the fifth tip for choosing a clear topic is uniqueness. We should choose a topic that differentiates us from other speakers. For example, instead of speaking about a common topic like the importance of exercise, we might choose to speak about the benefits of using resistance bands in our exercise. By choosing a clear, relevant, and engaging topic, we will be on our way to write an effective speech. Now, the next step in speech writing process is conducting research to gather information about the topic. It is a crucial step in the speech writing process. Research will help you to gain a deeper understanding of your topic and to ensure that your speech is well informed and accurate. There are certain tips for conducting research when writing a speech. First point is use reliable sources. We should use multiple and reputable sources of information, such as we can use academic journals, we can use books, government websites, expert opinions, and well respected news organizations to gather the information. We should avoid using unreliable sources such as blogs and personal websites. We should also avoid relying on a single source because that single source may have its own priorities or beliefs. Next point is evaluate your sources. We must evaluate the reliability and credibility of each source to ensure that you are using trustworthy information. We should also consider the author's qualifications, date of publication, and the source reputation. If the publication is old, then that information may not be of much relevance in the today's context. Next point is update information. We should keep our information up to date by conducting research close to the time of our speech. Next tip is take notes. As we read and gather information, we must take detailed notes. This will help us to organize, to identify key points so that you can include the same in your speech. We should include statistics, expert opinions, and real life examples to support the arguments. By conducting thorough research, you will be able to write a speech that is well informed, accurate, and persuasive. Outlining your speech is next important step in speech writing process. An outline will help you to organize your thoughts and ensure that your speech flows smoothly from beginning to end. There are certain tips for outlining your speech. First is start with an introduction, then divide your speech into main points, use transitions, write a conclusion, review, and revise. We will discuss each of these points one by one. First is start with an introduction. The introduction should be such that it should grab the attention of your audience. It should provide some background information about your topic and a preview of the main points that you will be discussing. Next point is we should divide our speech into main points. These points should support the central message. Pay attention to any supporting evidence or examples. Next, we should use transitions to link the different points or sections of the speech together and to ensure that speech flows smoothly. Next point is write a conclusion. End your outline with a conclusion that gives a summary of the main points. Your conclusion should be strong and memorable, and it should leave a lasting impression on your audience. Next, review and revise. Once you have completed your outline, review it and revise it as necessary. Make sure that your outline is clear, concise, and well structured, and that it accurately represents the message that you want to convey. By outlining your speech, you will be able to write a speech that is well organized, persuasive, and memorable. Writing your speech is another important step in the speech writing process. A well written speech will engage your audience and effectively communicate your message. Here are a few tips for writing your speech. First point is use simple language in speech writing so that your audience can properly understand your message. We should avoid using complex sentences and technical language as the audience will not be able to understand the same. Next point is vary your sentence structure. We should change the structure of our sentence to keep our speech interesting and to prevent boredom. We should use short sentences for emphasis, and we should use longer sentences if we want to provide more detail on a specific point. Next tip is we should use humor. We should use humor when appropriate, but we should be very careful to note that we should not make jokes that could insult or annoy our audience. Humor can help to cheer up the mood and make your speech more enjoying and memorable. Next point is use evidence. We should use evidence to support our arguments and make our speech more persuasive and engaging. For this purpose, we should use statistics, expert opinions, and real life examples. When you place two opposing viewpoints together, it will engage your audience. Here we give an example. 5 years ago, we were incurring losses, but today our profits have doubled every year and we have opened offices in 80 cities. Here we are giving two opposite viewpoints and it will make our speech interesting and engaging. Next point is be concise. We should keep our speech brief and to the point because time is very valuable and your audience may not be interested in your very long speech. So we should avoid deviations from the main topic. By following these tips, you will be able to write a speech that is well written, engaging, and effective. Rehearsing and delivering your speech is the final step in the speech writing process. What is the mean of rehearsing? Rehearsing means making practice. A well rehearsed and delivered speech will help you to engage your audience, to effectively communicate your message, and leaving a lasting impression on your audience. There are certain tips for rehearsing and delivering your speech. First is rehearse, time yourself, use body language, be confident, visualize your success, speak naturally. That the whatever we speak, it should look like naturally. Then we should speak in such a way that we keep our audience engaged. We will discuss each of these tips briefly now. First point is rehearse. Once you have written your speech, rehearse it. That is, practice delivering your speech several times so that you can be well conversant with the message as well as its pace of delivery, etc. This rehearsal process will help you in the following ways. You will become more familiar with your material. You will become more confident and you can also identify the areas that need improvement. Next point is time yourself. As already told, that time is very important in today's world. So time yourself during your rehearsals to make sure that you are able to finish your speech in your allotted time limit. If necessary, adjustments should be made to ensure that your speech fits within the time frame. Practice speaking at a natural pace. If we speak at a very fast speed, the audience will not be able to understand the same. Next point is we should use body language to engage our audience and to emphasize our point. We should maintain our eye contact with our audience. We should use gestures and we should vary our tone of voice to keep our audience interested and engaged. Next point is visualize your success. Imagine that you are delivering a very successful speech and there is a positive reaction from the audience. If you visualize your success in such a way, it can help to build your confidence level and it will naturally reduce your stress level. It will reduce your nervousness. Next point is be confident. Be confident and believe in yourself when you are delivering your speech. Take deep breaths, relax, and speak clearly and confidently. And be sure that you will be in a position to deliver your speech in a very effective and memorable manner. Next is engage with your audience. You should catch the attention of your audience by asking questions. When you are delivering your speech, then the audience may speak boredom. They may not feel interested. Then you can keep them engaged by asking questions from them. You should make eye contact with them. And if there is any question from the audience, you should respond to them. Or they may be having certain feedback. Acknowledge the same. We should prepare a set of relevant or related questions in advance. You may also conclude your speech with a thought provoking question. Next point is speak naturally and do not try to memorize your speech word for word. This will help you to sound more confident and authentic. Be rehearsing and delivering your speech. By rehearsing and delivering your speech, you will be able to effectively communicate your message and engage your audience. Now, we will conclude this course by saying that speech writing is an important skill that involves creating a message for delivery to a live audience. Speech writing is a process that involves several steps. A well written speech can have a significant impact on the audience and the speaker's reputation. With practice and dedication, anyone can develop his skills in speech writing and become a more effective communicator. If you like our video, please like, share, and subscribe our channel. Thank you.